What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Being a Crazy eBay Seller. Um, so a couple things. First off, I had a situation pop up where I had an item that I accepted an offer on. Then the item said it was paid for. I go to ship the item today. The item isn't there in my stuff that's ready to ship. I hover over the bell icon. It shows up as awaiting payment. Awaiting payment. I go to the waiting payment screen. It's not there. I go to the orders that have sold, and suddenly it's there. I go to purchase a shipping label, and I can't. It says the item isn't paid for. So I'm like, all right, I don't know what's going on. Something's going on. So I call eBay. eBay rep looks into it, said, yeah, it's very rare for this to happen, but it does happen. And it's just a glitch. It got marked as paid by eBay somehow, and it shouldn't have been. So your options are to basically cancel the order, email the buyer, let them know what happened, and relist the item so they can purchase it again. Okay, no problem. So what reason do I give for canceling the order? And he's like, well, just put that it was a lost or damaged item. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. And putting it as a lost or damaged item, is that a good thing or a bad thing for my store? It's a bad thing for my store. It counts against me. I'm not going to take a hit for an eBay mistake. So I put the item as buyer asked to cancel the item, put it back for sale. Took the link of where the new item is, emailed it, explained everything to the buyer, and sent it off to him. I just think you got to be careful when you talk to these eBay reps because I'm pretty sure the guy knows what that's going to do to my store. Again, it's just one mark. It's not going to really affect my store that bad, but it's still a negative mark. And I'm not taking a negative mark when it's eBay's fault, not mine. Number two, he's probably limited on what he can say. He probably, I don't know if there's an actual eBay policy or whatever, but if he's going around telling people, oh, just say the buyer asked to cancel, well, that may get him in trouble with eBay. I don't know. But anyway, so you have to know all these policies, what's going to happen to your store if you do a certain thing. So a good thing for my store is a bad thing for my store. Does it even matter? So that's why it's important to know how eBay works. And in the beginning, when you're new, that's hard. It's hard to know all these little things, but just try to think them out. Is that a good thing for my store or a bad thing for my store? If you lost the item, then yeah, you got to take the hit for it. It happens. Um, and you just move on and sell more items the right way. That's number one. Number two, so someone named Lisa L left a comment on one of my videos. And YouTube doesn't allow me to view the whole comment. I can only view part of the comment on the bell icon. So kind of weird, but I've had two glitches, I guess you could say. One with eBay and one with YouTube. Um, she has a couple questions, and I can't read all of it because, like I said, it cuts it off. It's like you're starting over each month. Don't you have unsold inventory for sale at the beginning of each month that may sell? So I think is what she's saying is, even though we're scaling back because we're running out of money, and we don't want to run out of money, should the items already have listed sell plus new items unlisted? Yes, they should. Here's the problem. And I don't know the second half of your question. So leave me another comment and hopefully YouTube won't mess it up this time. What's happening right now is most of the items we are selling are those items that have been in the store forever because they're getting the most attention, right? They're on sale. They're probably the cheapest ones out there for that item, and that's to move them. So eBay isn't going to allow me to sell 1,000 items per day. eBay has a certain number of items they're going to let me sell. Excuse me. So most of my sales are getting taken up by those lower dollar uh, lower dollar priced item, right? So the money coming back to me, while I am still making some, I'm not making that much, right? Like I'm selling something for $5. I'm not making enough to go out and purchase a new item or something for $3 or whatever the case may be. Most of those items are really, really cheap. So while they are bringing me back some money, they're not bringing me back enough to replace them, right? To replace them with a good item. So that's the big punishment that I'm taking right now. And I mean, it sucks, but what's my other choice? I donate all the items. Maybe some people think that's a better choice. I don't know. Then you're losing out on $2,000. But is that $2,000 crippling my store beyond the value of $2,000? Could be a good chance there is. I don't know. Um, but I do know that there's going to come a point to where the good is overweighing the bad and the store is going to turn around. Now, my store is on vacation mode right now because I'm going out of town for the holidays. Well, just for Christmas, I guess I should say. And so I'm not too worried about things right now. When I come back, we're going to reset. We're going to start, fresh again. We'll get it off vacation mode, time away mode. And we'll we got tons of good items right here. We have no more bad items to list. I have some in my drafts, not a lot. Um, so we're just going to come back and hit it hard. And 10 a day it's not hard for me. It may be hard for some people. And I totally get that because I remember doing 10 a day and being like, this is the hardest freaking thing. It would take me all day long because you're still learning. You're still perfecting your processes. So it's okay to spend 12 hours and only list 10 items. You don't want to stay there forever, but you got to start somewhere. And it's hard when you start anything. It doesn't matter. Um, so Lisa, post your question again, maybe, so I can better answer it. But I think on that first part of your question, I think that's what you were trying to ask basically is, hey, shouldn't you be making more money? You have a lot of items. You have 5,300 items. Shouldn't more be selling? And I think it's just the double whammy of I have so many items that are less desirable and they're priced so cheap, I'm not recouping enough money each day. If I was selling these items for $20, yeah, it'd be easy to grow if I was making $15 profit an item, right? Let's say $16 because my cost of goods is $4.19. Let's just say my cost of good was $4. So if I sold something, made 16 bucks, I could go buy four more, right? So at a certain point, cash flow is going to be way beyond your cost of goods and all your other costs. So yes, um, eventually we will get there. Our ASP is super low right now because of these lower items, but we'll get through them. We'll get them out of here, and we'll get on to greener pastures, I guess. I don't know. I'm really excited though I need some time off. It's gonna be nice to take that time off, come back refreshed, and just hit it hard for the new year. And I feel like we've just grown a ton. Excuse me. We've grown a ton in this year. Like we made, I shouldn't say we because it's just me controlling the business. I just ask my business partner for advice from time to time while he works his full-time job. But I've made mistakes like delisting all these items. Um, I made mistakes buying these items just because they were cheap and I could get a lot of them. Uh, so I made a lot of mistakes, but gosh, I have learned so much from these mistakes. I can't tell you, people are scared to fail, and I don't want to fail, but if it happens, it happens. But man, these failures and mistakes that I made, learn so much more from making a mistake because you analyze it more, I think, than if you're just like, look at me, I'm selling 50 a day, right? Maybe you don't even know why you're selling 50 a day, you just know you are. So I think it's really important for people that are just starting out to stay small. If I was to start over, didn't know anything about eBay, right? I would do a lot of research and I would list one item per day. I wouldn't start listing until I had probably 30 items, full month's worth of inventory, right? I would research the heck out of what items to buy and what prices they sell at, and then I would go forward. Because I feel like if you know that stuff and you start really small, you have 30 items, right? And also, you got to expect to not make any money in the beginning, because let's say your 90-day sell-through rate was 100%. So your first item isn't going to sell for 90 days. So you're not going to make any money at least for 90 days. But you're a new seller starting out. You can't even promote your items. You're a new store, so the algorithm knows nothing about you. You have no feedback. So it's probably going to take, it may take, I don't know. Well, I guess if you listed a really kick butt item, it probably would sell pretty quickly. But you may not know what a kick butt item is, and it may take you a while to figure it out. But I would do, a lot of research, get some really good items, and just slowly build my store, go from 1 to 2, and always make sure I had at least a month of inventory if I could, and then just go that way. So now we're starting at 10 per day, right? I really think that once we level out and get through more of these bad items, actually, I think once they're all out of my drafts, everything's actually in the store, I think we'll start to do a lot better, because every day it's going to be bam, 10 really good items. And those, obviously, you get a bump in the first 24 hours in search results. So I think we're going to start seeing those items just sell right away. That's the hope. Um, I think it's possible. I know we're going out of the busy period. Excuse me. I know we're going out of the busy period and we're going to be going into January where it's slower. But I still think we're going to grow. So as you can see here, like everything's down except for the quantity sold, right? So we put the store on vacation mode. You can see we sold 5 yesterday. We only sold 1 today. Um, that's not what I want to see, but I know why. I know what's going on. I have the store on vacation mode or time away mode, and I increased my handling time to 10 business days. So if you do that, right, you can still send out offers. If you don't do that, you can't send out offers. Otherwise, if someone accepts an offer, you have to ship it right away. It's in the time away. It describes it. If you go to put your store on time away, it will explain how it works, for auctions and certain different things. Um, that basically does not increase your handling time. But if you physically go in, edit your listings, that will increase your handling time. Now, one thing to remember too is offers are good for 48 hours. So if you're going to leave today, that means 48 hours ago, you need to just stop sending offers. On top of that, people have 4 days to pay. So you need to actually turn your store on time away or increase your handling time 5 days before you're leaving, because that gives all the orders, right? Because on day 5, if someone doesn't pay, then you can cancel that order and it's on them, not on you. You can cancel if a buyer hasn't paid, right? So that wipes all them out. You won't be sending any offers for those days, but you need to make sure you give yourself that cushion to let all that stuff expire, all the offers expire, and all the handling time, or I'm sorry, and all the allowance, the grace period, which is totally stupid that eBay allows someone to pay, is 4 days. I don't run layaway. You don't run layaway. I don't know why eBay does that. You need to, if you buy something, you need to pay. And some people are like, well, I don't want to scare my buyers away. If they don't have the money to be shopping on eBay and paying you right away, I don't want them as a buyer, and you shouldn't either. Go to another website. Go to Walmart. Go to Macy's. Go to Nike. Go to any website. Buy your stuff. How long does it give you to pay? You want the item, you pay, and then you check out. I, I think eBay's shooting themselves in the foot, and they're probably thinking, well, we don't want to lose buyers. Well, you want to lose crappy buyers. So, anyways, that's my rant. But yeah, so make sure you give yourself that grace period. So yeah, you can see our traffic is going down. That's just what you expect, right? When you put your store on time away. And no biggie. We'll we'll sell what we sell, whether it's 1 a day, 10 a day, 50 a day, whatever. People are gonna buy what they're gonna buy. I'll come back, I'll ship what I gotta ship, and like I said, going into January, we'll just hit it hard. Um, I will probably do another video tomorrow. Hopefully Lisa will respond. We can get her question answered. I can go into that a little further. And that'll be my last video until I get back, which will probably be on the 28th, 29th. I'll do a video. I may do a video while I'm gone. If I have the time, it's not going to be like this. It'll be on my phone. Um, if I have the time, or maybe I'll go live or something. I don't know. That's kind of easier. But yeah, I'll try to do a video. I will try to make something special. And yeah, we'll go from there. But other than that, just remember, you got to know your store. You got to know what the different things that you do, how they're going to affect your store in a good or bad way. And if you don't know, read the policies. Read the different policies for the different things. Again, it's probably going to be hard to think of every situation, but just start reading some so you do have some knowledge. And I'm telling you, it's going to protect you because your store it's like a baby. You need to protect it. And if you don't protect those service metrics, um, it can be bad. It can take you out of top rated in a hurry. And before you know it, you're like, what happened? All right. Well, that's going to do it for today. I appreciate everyone stopping by, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.